Alright, what's going on, guys? So I really said that I'm going to show you guys how to make all widgets fit on all devices. Okay, before I continue or before I do anything, I would like to show you guys the simple stuff you will have to do. Right now I'm on Deep In, no, Pop OS, and this is Deep In Launcher. Yeah, Deep In Web. Is it web? No, it's not web. Okay, here is what you do if you're on Visual Studio Code. Uh, okay, while it is loading, let me just quickly show you on Pycharm. If you're on Pycharm, open up your configuration up here. Yes, come on. Then edit. It's going to show us something. Okay, let me continue with Visual Studio if Pycharm is fucking me up. I know Pycharm will continue to do like shit. Okay, if you're on Visual Studio Code, here is what you do. Add this line. Code runner.execute map. Make sure you add it. Then on Python, this line, add this argument here, Python 3.7, or depending on the Python version you're using, -u. Then the whole of this. Reason is because it gives you a scaled screen size, depending on your, what is it called, depending on your screen resolution. You know, Python deals mostly on screen resolution, so it assesses the width and height of your phone, the pixels. It deals with the pixels, so outside the pixel it can't do anything. Let me quickly go to Pycharm and show you. So on Pycharm, this is what you add. On the parameter down here, add this line. So I'm going to quickly show you something else. When you add it, click apply, then okay. Let me run a code I've been working on. This code, yeah. So I've been working on a project, an e-commerce app. So this is the way it's going to appear when you start building it on your operating system. Please don't mind the background noise you are hearing from people. Focus on my voice. Okay, this is the application. So as you can see, the window is like in a phone-like mode. So everything you are building looks like phone. So as you can see now, if I should scale this, everything it scales too. If I should revert it back, if I should increase it, it grows with it. So no matter the size of the phone, it grows with it. Let me also do it this way. Now it's entering into a scroll view, because actually I use a scroll view. It's going to scale according. Okay, I just clicked outside it. So it's going to scale itself according to the width and height of the mobile device. Now I should go back to login, and yeah, it's not quite looking bad. So this is the app I was working on, and yeah, not yet done. So I have dark mode. Let me just close it out. Now that doesn't close, it's just a dark mode. So if I should run it, as you can see, it goes back to dark mode, and ready for light, and so that's just it. So this is what you need to add when you are targeting mobile devices. So just add this argument. Remember, go to main, edit configuration, add this line on the parameter. So when it runs it together with this parameter. See it down here. Then if your laptop screen is bigger, that is, if the resolution is lower than 1280 times 720, I think you should edit the screen, that is the screen file. Let me look for it. It should be somewhere here, I think. Yeah, this is it. So like, is when you go to Kivy package modules, that is if you're on Pycharm, modules, screen, then this is the file. So here I think I edited the density of my own. Yeah, I think you should change this to 1.5. That is the 1x. I think I'm using 1x. Actually, it tries to emulate specific Android device. Yeah, I'm using 1x 0.65. Yeah, you should scale it to 0.65. Then density should be 1.5 so that it targets exactly Android look. I think initial size should be close to 2.5 or 2 or 3, I can't remember. Then you can also target iPad, Zoom, Droid 2, iPad 3, iPhone 4, iPhone 5, and so on. So there are many screens there. You can't edit it on Pycharm actually. You have to open the file on external file manager. Then if you are using Linux like I'm using, right click, open with text editor. I think you have to enter your sudo password. Yeah, so if I should edit anything here and try to save it, as you can see, read only. If I want to edit it, I have to enter it with sudo password or open it with sudo password before I can edit. On Windows, actually I don't know, so you have to figure out that one on your own if you're using Windows. Then on Visual Studio, I think it should be easy. Let me just open up another workspace. I have a current workspace actually. Let me close this out and close this out. Okay. Open recent. Yeah, there was a work I was facing the other day. main.py, test.py, manager, info separator. Should be test.py.txt now. And let me check this one. Train up, get list on start, server down. Okay, yeah, this should be it. This is someone else project. No, let me not use someone else project to do this. Let me use my own Kivy card. Yeah, trying to open up a new workspace. Okay, I think this is the text field that I designed. Let me just run the code here. We have not started the main deal actually. I'm still trying to show you guys how to set up things. Then before we go to making it fit, making your widgets actually fit. But for now, we are trying to create the Android interface itself so that you know what you are facing, or the iPhone interface. You know what you're actually facing. I think it's trying to activate extensions and all that. I just hate this editors with slow. Well, my CPU is slow, so everything should be slow. How many minutes is this video? I think I should pause and wait for it to continue. Yeah, it's done. It has opened. So this is the text field. I think I've showed it to you guys before. Let me reduce my screen brightness. It's just so high. Let me turn off this. Okay. Where is my display brightness? Come on. Yeah. So I think this level should be okay for me. Yeah. Let me just close this out and then open up how you can edit it on. So I'm going to actually right click this guy, then go to definition. Make sure you right click on the Kivy itself. It should take you to this page. Then look for modules, then look for screen. I think it should be easier for editing here. You should just request for, let me just try to change anything here. Yeah, retry as sudo, see it down there, so you have to retry as sudo, then put in your password, but I'm not doing that because it is already in the shape I want it to be. So I think that is it for now. Setting up the screen, that is this Android screen layout. Am I trying to run this code again? So I'm just going to close out and close out this guy. Is there any other window opening? No. Now let's just create a simple app like from Kivy that app. Import app. No. Then from okay, you know what? I'm going to pause this video because you guys already know how to create this. Okay guys, let's continue. I was interrupted by something else. So like I said before, if I run this code, it should appear in this form, but if I want it to look like an Android device or something, I should put my focus here, -m screen, just exactly this way. Maybe I'll still put this, just copy it out. Please don't mind the background noise. So apply. Okay, then if I should run this again, yeah, I should be getting this screen, right? Yeah. Now let me come up here. So actually why I'm having this kind of look in my code is because I installed this Kivy plugin. And to just check it out from KivyMD project, you will see the plugin. You see also how to install it there. Then I think let's create a button, right? Let's create a button. Does button have size hint? No, let's use a card. So let's create a card, MD card, and say size hint. Another way to actually target all devices is if you use size hint. Size hint is something that helps you to actually it doesn't actually, the sizing doesn't depend on you anymore. It depends on Kivy to actually determine the size of the device, to actually know how to give it the actual size it wants actually. So let me say size hint, let me say 0.5, 0.5, right? It should be something, elevation. I don't know if elevation will pop up here. Let me just run this code first and see what happens. Yeah, it's down there. Okay, there's elevation around it. Pose hint. Let me just say center. Sorry, I'm not good at typing fast. It's not. I was not born with typing fast. I'm just this way. I don't know why. And then I'll say center Y. Yeah, 0.5. Now, look at this at the center, right? If I should scale this, it will still be at the center, no matter how I scale it. Size hint is a very good way to actually give your size. But when you use only size, that is when you declare this to none and declare this guy to none, right? Yeah, actually I'm using this tabbing code completion. Is very is very highly good. I love it. And I also use kite, tabbing, and sorcery. All these three are very good. Plus the JetBrains code completion is actually awesome. They help you to actually know what you want to do using AI. That's why I could actually auto complete this easily and fastly. They can actually know or dictate what I'm trying to do next. So I love using it though. So so I should say size here. If I should say size and say something like this, 100, 100, right? Let me run this skill. Let's see something that happens. It should remain on this small stuff even if I scale it so big. it doesn't go with the screen. It doesn't fit. Even if I should drag this, it will, okay, I think position it will move with the positioning, but it doesn't scale itself, right? What if I use something like DP? Let's see what happens here. I think it should change a bit. DP is very good when you are targeting some specific screen size. If I should scale this, you can notice it shift a little bit, like okay. I don't know if you guys are noticing it, but I'm seeing it increasing. I don't know. Okay, let me just increase it a little bit. Let me give it to something like 500, right? 500, and run this guy. 500 is still huge. So as you can see, it went back to normal. Here is going to actually 500 times 500. I think is exceeding the width of this device. Is, let's check the width of this device, because we actually need to understand the width of everything. How do I put this? Easy at initialization, dev init self, yeah, super. Yeah, I don't need this. Actually, I don't know what this is, but it's not meant to be there. Style quarks, right? And I should put the quarks argument here. So, these are just if I had extra argument to add or something. Okay, and I have to import this model. I'm just doing show Windows, right? I need the arrow button. Okay, import his name. Should be here. Kivy To window. I love Pycharm a lot. Okay, I think we should print it out. Print window dot width. Come on, window dot height. Yeah, let me run this and see what happens. Yeah, 4680 is the width, 794 is the height, so it's exceeding the size of the screen. But if I should scale it, but you see it's normal here. It's kind of like fits all device, because here I scaled it out of. Never you scale something out of the width. Mostly Android phones should be around 1280 times 720 and above. I think so. So my phones are this size actually. So whenever you are targeting a specific width, be kind of like a little bit merciful. Let's reduce this to 400. You might not be getting this right now, but it's very actually good to use DP. DP actually scales something like how do I put it? It uses the screen size to check. Let's say your phone is 1280 times 720, right? And you say DP10 is DP10. That is DP10, meaning this DP and 10 in it. Meaning that when it comes to a 1280 times 20 device, let's print out something. Sorry, I'm kind of like running too fast. Let's print out something. Let me import this. Okay, now let's check what DP10 is on this device. DP10 is 9.75 on some devices. On some devices is not 9.710. Let me actually remove this argument. Does hashtag work here? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Okay, 10.0 on this resolution here. So it depends on the resolution. It grows as the resolution grows. What if I set it, let me set my window width, is it geometry or whatever? I've forgotten how to use geometry. Jesus Christ, I can't really remember. I think there's a guy that used it somewhere on his code that I have. Yeah, I'm loving this music right now. Okay. Okay, window size. Yeah, window size. So I'm copying that. It's very good to actually use DP. I repeat, use DP. So let me set this to a 1280 times 720. Mind you, it's not the same. Like, let me run this code. 1280 is the width, right? Yeah. So what's the? It's still 10 dp. Now let me change this. Let me change the weight to 720 and the height to 1280. What's the size of my laptop screen? My laptop screen is 1600 times 900. Yeah, 1280 should be taller. Yeah, it's taller than my screen. It's very taller than my screen. So yeah, let me set this to something like 900. Let's see. So it actually depends on the screen size. 10 dp. So mostly if it is from 1280 and above, then dp10 should give you dp10. But if it is below, if I should set this back to normal and use this guy here, it should be not. Always use dp on your code. Always use dp on your code. So 9.74, it scaled itself normal. So let's build an ugly looking app that will actually have all its widgets not fitting, so that you guys can understand what I'm trying to say very well. This is getting so hot. I thought this could be easy, like I thought before. Right? To me it's easy because I already know it, but to make you guys understand this very well, I need to explain myself very much. I'm going to pause this video and create a simple app, or should we create it along? Yeah, let's create it along. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so I created this simple application right now. It doesn't look bad. Let me reformat my code. Yeah. Okay. Let me run this code and just show you guys something before I explain the code itself. Now look at this code. You think that it might everything fits, right? But look, if I should scale this, you see that button is sitting where it is, not button card. I mean, the card is still sitting where it is. No matter how I expand, it doesn't expand with the screen. So this, I guess, is what happens with your buttons and label not fitting on screen. Now if I should move this, it's not even scaling at all, it's just going. So for you to make this to fit any device you are looking for, the mistake I guess everybody makes in this is giving this a weight. You are not meant to give it a weight at all. No, I think this is X and this is Y. You're not meant to give it a width at all. So I think you might only want to give it a height. Now remove this guy here. Remove this guy too. Change this to height. Yeah. Do the same to this guy. Change this. So we're going to call this guy height. Now let's see what happens. Now let me try to scale. You see, it grows, it pickles. So anyhow you want to put it, it goes. Stop trying to put width on something you want to grow, except it's something that is going to be static. It's going to be in a specific position. it's not moving out from that position you want it to be. But so long as it changes position, you want it to be somewhere else as it grows, I think you should remove the weight. Stop putting the weight. Let me give you an example of something you don't want to grow, something you want to put in a specific area. Take for example, what example should I give? Okay, let's look for something to use here. Let me go to Kivy buttons. There's this button that I love using. UX button. Let me just simply look for it. MD action. It should be somewhere here. Yeah, this guy. Control C. So if you really want to use something that is static, something like this, if I do not give it property, will it still work? No, it's not working. It needs property. So let me look for its property because I don't use this often. Yeah, I have to give it data, language, blah blah blah. Speed die. Okay. Am I still on track? Yeah. So I'll say data. Let me just give it this list. No, this dictionary here. So Ctrl V. Does this work? This should work. Yeah, I guess this should work. So it's something like this. Even if you change it, it doesn't care, it grows with it because it is in a specific position. But whenever you use a pose hint, use a position hint, please do not give weight because this actually uses a position hint. I think so. Position hint grows, but pose position itself, whenever you use something like X or Y, it is static, it doesn't move. Does it move? Maybe it moves. Let's check. Do I know that? I don't really think I know that. Let me not just conclude that I know that. Let me create a new widget here. MD erased button. Erase button. Text. Let me just call this hello. Yeah. Pose. Actually, you don't give size to MD erase buttons. You don't give a size hint. Actually, use size, not size hint. Is it size? Size hint Y. Let's check size hint Y. Yeah, 0.5. This should give me clock error. Oh, it didn't give me clock error. Then I think you don't give it a size, you give it a size hint. Yeah, so don't give it a size, you give it a size hint. So let's say, let me just call this guy none and show you why. Height. 20. Yeah. Oh wow. Is it weight? Guys, I'm not really on my head right now. Weight. Okay. Still work though. I don't know why it is working this time around, but maybe I'm not putting where I'm supposed to. Yeah, it's not even recognizing the weight itself. So maybe there is something I'm missing out. Yeah, but let's carry on first. Let me continue with my example. I think I should say something like this. Pose. Pose. Let's say DP 100 D, comma DP 100. I don't know where this position is, but I guess it should work wherever it is. Now let's try to increase this screen. As you can see, it is where it is. You don't give a pose to it. If you want to scale it to all devices, use pose hint. But whenever you want it to be in a specific position, except you want it to be in a specific position like this plus button here, you use pose. But whenever you want to scale it, I think you should use pose hint. Pose hint. Let's call this center X 0.5. Yeah. Center Y. .4. Let me just leave it at that. Now if I should scale this screen, as you can see, it moves with it. No matter what, it moves. Yeah, let me change this to something like 2. And still show you that it moves with it. As you can see, it scales itself, no matter accordingly. And also, another thing you guys should know is stop using just 20 here, like on your spacing, padding, height. Stop using just a number. Use a DP. DP actually gets the pixel of the screen. Actually, if I should give this thing 50, I don't think you'll see any difference. You won't see any difference actually, because I'm not on mobile device. If I'm on mobile device, you see the difference. And also, when you are using elevation on cards, that is the shadow, do not elevation. Please do not do this. Don't use DP. Use only numeric values. Use only numbers. Don't use DP actually. When you use DP, it over exceed the shadowing. Yeah, let's say, let me run this code first. Let's say the normal shadow is this way, but on your mobile device you'll see the shadow down here, but your widget is up here. It's just crazy. So don't do it that way. And also always use DP on your height. So for you to actually scale stuff, always use pose hint, size hint, and use width whenever it is necessary. Don't always use width. Like here, I did not use width. If I use width, let's say size hint, X none. I say width. It's simple. I'm going to get a static something 100, right? Let me run the code. Now let me scale. The only one that is increasing is the green card, but the red card is not. So no matter what I do, the red card sits where it is. It doesn't grow at all. So that is the total case. You don't You don't use width when it is not necessary, and always use pose hint. Don't use pose. Whenever you use pose, make sure it is something you want it to be static. No matter if the screen grows, just like this button is here. Yeah, no matter how you grow the screen, it is where it is. I don't think that is or sometimes you need to get uh, the width of the screen. Let's say you want your layout or your card to fit the width of the screen. Actually, you don't want to give it a specific width. Let's say something like this. I think the width of my screen now is 468. Let me just give 468 here. 468, or let me just choose something smaller. 460. I think I have to remove one card to explain this. Yeah, so as you can see, if I increase it or decrease it, the screen is not going with the width of the screen. So another way to actually do this is if I say something like this: root dot width minus dp. Let's just minus 20 dp from it. So as you can see, it grows with the screen no matter what, because it is minusing itself from the width, from the root width. So that is the screen width, the total width of the screen. And actually I can check what the screen is on release. Yeah, actually card has button features. Print root dot width. So let's actually know what the width is. I think I should minus something like 100 from it. So let me click this 468, as you can see. So remember, I minus 100, that's why it is, you are having this more space here. So if I should increase it, it grows with it too. So it's either use it not put width, or you minus the width from the root. That is, I don't know how to put this. You minus a specific number from the root width, so that whenever you put it on any device, no matter whether it is landscape or portrait, it actually still goes to the root width and minus itself. Just like my application here, no matter how I scale it, it goes with it no matter what I do. So I'm going to log in and come back here. So I'm going to expand it. Yeah, the reason why it is taking so much time to expand is because there are too much graphics on this. So very much graphics. So as you can see, it's taking time to scale itself. So much graphics on this. Yeah, enough pictures, too much pictures. So even if I should widen it, yeah, it just continues to scale itself. So that's the way you guys have to do it. Minusing from the width, and also know when to minus from the width. Know what you are trying to do, know what you are trying to think. Maybe this is not the best explanation I can give, but this is it with the example of these practicals I've made. Okay. See you guys on the main documentation of this.